David tonight game. The icons of Darts Live League. You missed a treat. Aaron Monk wins 4 from 4, hits the first 9 darter in the Live League. We've gone close to 9 darters with Wessel Neiman and David Evans missing a double, but today Aaron Monk achieved perfection in his victory over James Hubbard. We've got Scott Mitchell, Martin Adams ready to resume here. Then we welcome back Wessel Neiman in our third matchup.
Thank you.
Now resuming now, Martin Adams to throw. Mitchell's already kicked off with 45 in this leg.
100.
And Adams kicks off with a ton.
$140.
1040 for Mitchell. Scott Mitchell yet to register a point. He's only played one night. We lost all his 4 games last night, but that doesn't tell the whole story. He played pretty well. His averages all above 90, except on one occasion, the first one. That was only 89 point something. He's pretty steady all night, but just didn't get the breaks, didn't do the right things at the right time. I was on the receiving end of a big average from Boris Koltsov in the last match of the night, 100 plus. So he won't be too disheartened. I know it's easy to say when you lose 4 out of 4, but he sort of has a look of how he actually played. He'd be able to take positives. Take some positives here with this, if he can set it.
83.
That last start a bit wayward. I'd like another treble to leave 36.
$81.
Adams down to 80. Mitchell 93. But will the bull come into play here? He has gone the bull route. Not 18 for the bull.
Game shot in
And he
3.
finds the bull. Good finishing from Scott Mitchell. Real composure showed on the 93, and we're back at 1 apiece.
$99.
Both players pretty identical averages, 95 and close up to 96, the pair of them now. A couple of legs in.
76.
$45.
Feel it's imperative Mitchell gets off to a winning start here, because the longer a little losing streak can carry on, it can eat away. Yes, he played okay last night, but you want to keep playing well and losing.
83.
If he was to lose here, that'd be 5 games on the spin.
$100.
Turn for Mitchell. He's got the slight advantage here, and it's on the Martin Adams throw. So potentially an early break for the 2015 World Champion, but as we're so used to, Martin Adams just keeps coming back. Mitchell can leave this nice.
130.
Uses the ball with his last 55 or the 20. Yeah, so 134 is not going to go for Adams, but he will set it. So Mitchell's going to get 2 darts to break here. 15 for tops. And tops it is. Hits his double with the first dart in the first leg. He hits it with his first dart in the second leg. Mitchell breaks and leads 2-1. There you see Scotty Mitchell's average.
100.
Towards the 100 mark, 99.5. Incidentally,
60.
David Evans, who has his night off tomorrow night. We welcome back Jason Askew. In the daytime, Andy Jenks has a day off. And after today, he probably needs it. 4 defeats.
45.
And that gets underway from 11 a.m. Chris Mason taking you through the action in the Icons of Darts Live League. Adam Huckwale and James Hubbard up
100.
first. And that group welcomes back Paul Nicholson, who was joint top
100.
in the Live League Icons of Darts.
$93.
But Mitchell looking to consolidate that break.
100.
And that's okay. First to a finish. But a 140 from Adams here. We'll ask a few questions of the 156. And the possibility of a 140 still on.
100.
A ton, back-to-back tons for each player. And Mitchell gets first bite at the ton plus finish, the 156. He'll be thinking a ton. He'll be back.
100.
And he will be back. Mitchell is going to return for what would be his third leg on the trot. He hasn't missed a dart at a double yet.
45.
Incoming here, 56 for the 3-1 lead. Tops, he hit this in the last leg.
16.
And he does miss doubles for the first time in the match. Over to you, Martin Adams, 103 to level things up. He may stay at the treble 20 for double 14. Treble 5. Yeah, so double 14 here. And lucky alongside the
75.
line. Good effort for Martin Adams. Mitchell making hard work of this. That's 4 missed already.
Game shot.
But he finds it with his 5th dart and he gets over the line in the 4th leg. He leads 3-1 and consolidates that breaker throw.
$53.
Adams got to be careful here. Poor start to this leg, and if he gets broken again, it is a long, long way back.
140.
And Scotty Mitchell has jumped all over that 53 in the opening visit.
$100.
Back-to-back 140s coming up.
100.
Not quite, but he'll be satisfied the way he started this leg. He's asking questions on the Martin Adams throw again here. And has Martin Adams got the answers?
41.
Oh, and I've scored a 41 suggests no. Mitchell in command of this leg, and he's in command of the match.
$140.
He's well and truly in command of this leg now. Only a 137 minimum will leave Martin Adams a finish, and he can't do that now. Scotty Mitchell.
95.
You may see him just set up the shot. I'm getting at he won't bring the ball into play, I'm sure. Well, he is. Is he going to go for the ball?
Oh, lovely.
He goes right for it, but he slips into a 14, so he leaves 36.
85, that's it, 85.
He's going to miss the ball. A 14's not a bad place to end up. And Scott Mitchell return for 3 darts for a 4th leg on the spin.
81.
Scott Mitchell now for... No, he's not going to go. Gives Martin a stab at 131.
28.
He missed 4 darts at double in the previous leg. He's missed 2 here. He's not going to get punished on this visit. He'll be conscious just to get rid of this leg.
85.
Double 2 now. 3 darts missed. 4 darts missed.
No score.
And he misses again, and he's let Martin Adams off the hook here.
$30.
And Martin can't punish. Some more opportunities. A scrappy leg, but a vital leg. Mitchell for 4-1. Struggling on the outer ring here, Mitchell.
No score.
He misses again. He's missed 8 darts at a double in this leg. Adams has missed 2. He's missed 4 now.
No score.
And it's catching. 13 darts at doubles in this leg missed between him. Surely this time for Mitchell. That's a good marker. He's got to use it.
Game shot in 2.
And he finds it with his 10th attempt. A little snigger there from Scott, but the main thing is he leads 4-1 and leads 4-1 with 2 breaks to throw. He's throwing for what would be a comprehensive victory over last night's champion.
$45.
Remind you, Martin Adams didn't taste defeat once last night. He could taste defeat here in his opening match, unless he can find 4 legs on the spin.
54.
$81.
60.
$125.
Yeah, and the first 2 treble visit of this leg goes to Scott Mitchell. And he has a lead of 137. And Martin cannot find a big treble.
96.
He does pick off 1 there, but he still trails in this leg. And it's a leg he must win, along with another 3 after this leg, if he wants to record a 5th victory on the trot after his 4 wins last night.
81.
$140.
Adams has turned it around. He's down to 151. First to finish. It's a big finish. So Scott Mitchell will still fancy that he can set this up. And if he does, he'll be back. He doesn't.
89, 89.
91. Oh, 91 scored. Sorry. Treble 20. So he is down to a 2 darter. So forcing Adams to 151. Mitchell's going to get some match darts here.
93.
Should get minimum 1. We'll hope to get 2 if he can pick off the treble 18. Tops for the match.
38.
No, so Adams breathes again. And this would be to claw one of the breaks back. 58 for Adams.
Game in 2.
Yeah, he finds it. So Martin Adams gets 1 leg back here. He still needs 1 more breaker through, but he closes the gap to 2. And Mitchell's had a match dart.
$96.
$140.
Good start for Mitchell. Trying to dust off the disappointment of missing a match dart.
40.
Has a slender lead, plus these. Treble be handy.
55.
Not a treble 5. So Mitchell needs the door open for Martin Adams in this leg. And in the match.
100.
Yeah, Both players have gone off the board. Their averages were up towards
118.
the high 90s in the early part of this match. We're down in the low 80s now, but Adams needs a good visit. He needs
133.
132. He needed one more 19 there just to leave the 170, but he picked off another treble. Much more doable out than the 170.
81.
So Martin Adams will start on the outer ring of the ball. 25, he gets it. So treble 19 for that ball. Doesn't get it. So Scott Mitchell, if they can find one big treble, will get another
92.
dart for the match here. Well, I'll say that. He should get another dart for the match.
$47.
Yeah, he just couldn't find the big treble. So Martin Adams now to get within one. Tops. Back-to-back legs for Martin in the first time in the match, and it doesn't go. So more match darts coming for Scotty Mitchell. Can he this time make them count? Got one more left.
20.
And he can't make them count. 3 have come and gone for Scott Mitchell. Will he get any more in this leg? That's the answer. He won't. Man Adams claws it back to 4-3.
$100.
This is the leg for Mitchell. He's got the darts. If he's broken again, Adams becomes favourite. And you wouldn't have thought that about 5 minutes ago when he trailed 4-1. And Mitchell's walking up to the hockey at 78 for the match.
$100.
Back-to-back tons. He'll be okay with that, Kurt. Especially as Martin Adams hasn't hit a treble yet. 4 darts thrown, still no treble.
60.
6 darts thrown. So Mitchell, it's in his hands again here. He's already fluffed his lines on a couple of occasions.
60.
He finds back with a 60 of his own. He's still got a steady lead here. 142 to be precise, but Martin Adams looks to make inroads into that lead. And he is doing so.
140.
And he does so. And forcing errors from Scott Mitchell, and these are big errors. A treble 1 and a 5. Good recovery.
68.
But not enough to leave a finish. Another ton 40 here for Martin Adams would be very useful.
45.
He doesn't find anything really, so Mitchell coming down the board. I think he's in a 7 in his first start. Yeah, 26 scored. 45 scored, so 128 when Mitchell returns. So Martin Adams has a chance now to apply a bit of pressure. He needs a ton. At least you feel.
60.
No, you don't feel that's enough pressure. Mitchell 128.
$56.
I can't find a treble, so still a bit of work to do here for Scott Mitchell. He's stumbling over the finish line here. Martin's going to leave tops.
98.
He does, so Mitchell has already missed 3 match darts. You'd expect him to get minimum 1 here. Reminder, he led 4-1. Had a dart to win 5-1. Had a dart to win 5-2.
32.
He's had a dart to win 5-3. He cannot get over the line.
Game in 1.
And Adams punishes, and Adams becomes favourite now because he has the darts in this deciding leg. 4 match darts have come and gone for Scott Mitchell. He could have been out of sight a while ago. Instead, it's Martin Adams who throws first in the deciding leg.
85.
Continue his winning run.
140.
Oh, good start for Mitchell again.
$43.
$100.
So Scott Mitchell is in charge of a leg again for the match, but we've seen that already. And Adams just keeps coming back at him.
180.
And this time he's come back in style, his first maximum of the match.
$95.
A costly last start for Mitchell. Had he stayed in the 20 segment, he'd have left the finish. Adams is in again. 80 scored.
100.
He's down to a finish first of 93. Mitchell looking to leave this handy. And he's going to leave it pretty handy, you'd think, from here. 80 scored.
100.
66 for Mitchell, but it's Martin Adams who's first. Will he use the ball or will he go for the treble 19? 25, 18. And Bullseye will clinch victory. Or double seven, in fact. Martin Adams from 4-1 down.
Game in 3.
And he finds the 93 finish. Scotty Mitchell will be kicking himself. 4 match starts missed. He had chances to win 5-1, 5-2 and 5-3. But Martin Adams shows his spirit. And last night's champion is off and running again tonight. Martin Adams has defeated the 2015 world champion Scott Mitchell by 5 legs to 4. Coming up next, we welcome back last week's champion Wessel Neiman as he takes on Boris Koltsov. We're just about to get underway with match 3, which is Boris Koltsov and Wessel Niemann. We've got some big news to bring you tomorrow night at a night of the darts.
Yeah.
We will welcome 16 times Phil Taylor to the fold. Phil Taylor will be playing along with 5 other players tomorrow. He'll play each player once over best of 7. His points don't count towards the league, but MODUS Darts continue to make history because we will welcome the world's greatest player, Phil Taylor, to a night of the dart, and it's all on dartshop.tv from 5:30 an earlier time tomorrow night.
100.
As we resume here, it's Wessel Niemann against Boris Koltsov in match 3.
60.
And both these players are involved tomorrow night, so they'll get their chance to play
123.
against the 16-time world champion. And a reminder of that earlier start time of 5:30.
97.
$60.
Boris Koltsov, who came out
180.
5-4 victory on Monday night. Hope you're watching the match dart, because I wasn't. I got a bit lost in the scoreline.
71.
These guys
Yes,
put on
77, sorry.
a really entertaining match on Monday evening, and they've started in an entertaining fashion here.
One, 3, 2.
Good setup from Wessel, which would be for the break if Boris fails with the 1-4-1, and he is going to fail. He did get the first treble, not the second. Boris has already lost tonight. In the opener, he's David Evans. Had 107 average as well. And he's a leg down here. Breaker throw instantly for last week's champion, Wessel Niemann.
$180.
And Wessel starts leg 2 with his first maximum.
140.
Been very impressed with both these. In particular, Wessel, 3 weeks now, and he's putting in some performances. He missed a 9 darter in the first week. David Evans had an opportunity
58.
in the opening game on Monday. They've been quite the rivals, but the first man to hit a 9 darter on dartshop.tv was the Mad Monk, Aaron Monk, this afternoon, and he played fantastic. He clean sweeped the grid with 4 wins out of 4. And he was a confident mood. If you follow him on social media, worth a follow, he said that he was looking for nothing less than 4 wins from 4 today. You've got to credit Aaron, and it's tight at the top there. He's tied with Paul Nicholson, both on 12 points each. And Diogo Portela, but Portela has played 4 more matches than Nicholson and Monk.
121.
And you can see Wessel didn't even scare the ball on that attempt. But we'll be back.
64.
17 for double 16 for a 2-leg lead.
Gave me 3.
And Niemann finds it with his third dart. Impressive stuff here from the Dutchman. 2-leg leads, 29 darts used to get out in front. Remember, Icons of Darts
177.
Live League returns tomorrow from 11 a.m. Huckvale and Hubbard get us underway.
90.
Chris Mason calling you through all the action.
$79.
And Wessel Niemann is threatening a second breaker throw here. This is impressive stuff. 107 average. Yeah, 107 average didn't do Koltsov any good in his first match.
59.
140.
And that brings down Koltsov to a finish. You'd expect Wessel to minimum of a turn here. Well, not now. Disappointed. He needs a,
80.
yeah, he picks up the treble 19. Good last start. Koltsov.
75.
Yeah, drifted into a one. He is a quick thrower and he seemed to rush that second dart. And he did that on a few occasions when he had darts of doubles against David Evans. Is it going to cost him? I think that's in treble 5. So we may see treble 17 come into play here. And it,
46.
I believe 60, but Koltsov now to get on the board.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, and he finds it. So Boris Koltsov is off and running in his second match of the night. He holds throw and trails by 2 legs to 1.
$140.
Yeah, so if you are just joining us, that big news. 16-time world champion Phil Taylor will join us at a night of the darts tomorrow night. It becomes a group of 6. David Evans has the night off. We welcome back Jason
180.
Askew. Phil will play every player best of 7, but the points don't count towards the league.
58.
What news that is for everyone. You think Jason Askew sitting at home now, thinking when he returns tomorrow, he gets to play. It's the governor, Phil Taylor.
60.
$180.
First 180 of the match for Boris.
$89.
$95.
So Wessel now to lead 3-1. Double 8.
82.
Oh, he finds it. Impressive stuff from Wessel Neiman yet again. He's thrown a 14 dart, a 14 dart, and a 15 dart to clinch his 3 legs. He's out in front.
180.
Koltsov ain't going away. He's warming to the task now. He'd have been disappointed with the opening leg, Boris, but he's off and running in the match. And look, his average up at the 100 mark again.
58.
$180.
And are we about to see Boris Koltsov emulate Aaron Monk from this afternoon? He's 6 darts in, 141.
96.
The second 9 darts of the day incoming, is it? No, it's not.
91.
So for now, Aaron Monk holds on to the bragging rights.
$180.
And Wessel, 3 180s in this leg. Koltsov, though, to close out. 12 darts it.
18 score.
What a big shot this would be for Wessel. Oh, it's not going to go. We actually saw David Evans miss a dart to hit the 9 dart on Monday, as I said earlier. And he failed to close out the leg in the end. Not on this occasion with Boris. He holds and gets back to within 1.
$57.
$60.
Crucial leg here for both. Wessel Neiman
60.
holds. He goes within 1, but the first time Wessel's really blinked on his own throw. And Boris is taking advantage. 4 maximums for Boris, 3 for Wessel Neiman.
$180.
And another one for Wessel. This is incredible. We saw Jason Askew and Andy Jenkins share 12 180s in a match that lasted 11 minutes and 18 seconds last week. We've seen 8 here.
60.
$180.
Boris is at it again. This is incredible. 144 for Neiman, double
120.
12. And he misses the double 12. What a shot that would have been. But Boris has forced the mistake.
Gaining 2 yards.
And he capitalises. Boris Koltsov has now levelled up at 3-all. He's hit 4 maximums in the last 2 legs.
$84.
9 in total in the match.
$60.
$177.
Boris Koltsov switching down a board as good as a maximum. 177.
93.
Said on Monday night, Boris Koltsov, when he's up and running, his action is flawless. The only criticism, he does rush a little bit at times. Did see that on the finishing combinations against David Evans.
140.
40 for Wessel. That slip from Boris left him on the bogey 159, but
42.
and he doesn't make real inroads into that 159. Outside chance here now for Wessel.
100.
Turn for Wessel. This is important passage of play coming up. These next 3 or 6 darts, each player. Koltsov for the leg.
57.
Can't quite find it. Reminder, Boris Koltsov trailed 3 legs to 1. Just had a dart to lead 4-3. But Wessel's going to get a dart to lead 4-3 now. What a dart that is from Wessel Neiman. He defies all the turn 80s and the 177 from Neiman, and he breaks again. He leads by 4 legs to 3.
$97.
Picks off a treble 19. An important last dart.
58.
$93.
Treble a visit so far for Wessel Neiman.
43.
And 2 visits without a big treble. Treble for Boris. Breathing space for the Dutchman.
93.
$180.
And another 180 for Boris Koltsov. He needed it as well. It was all too comfortable for Wessel in this leg before that. Just 1 treble a visit, and he was just walking to the finishing line.
100.
But he has first shot at a finish. He finished 108 to break in the last leg.
60.
118 incoming for the match for Wessel Neiman.
$41.
That's a wayward last dart. This ain't over yet.
80 score.
Good last dart from Boris. Important last dart. If Wessel doesn't get rid of the 77. Tops for the match.
37.
And he can't find it. Is Boris Koltsov going to send us to a deciding leg? Tops.
Yeah, showing 3 yards.
And he finds tops. Mismatched darts from Wessel Neiman. Koltsov has the darts now in the last leg.
Cheers.
$140.
Boris starts well. Wessel Neiman must have thought he was walking to the finishing line there. After 6 darts, Boris Koltsov
440.
was on 400, but he fired in a maximum and he breaks back.
55.
That's an opening for
140.
Wessel. And back-to-back 140s. Just don't know which way this last leg's going to go. Wessel's got the advantage.
34.
He's got a big advantage now. Poor visit from the Russian.
So 43.
41.
Boris can't jump on that 43. Wessel Neiman has 6 darts. Wayward again here.
29.
Both players feeling the nerves here.
98.
They've shared 10 180s in this match. But definitely pressure showing here. Can Wessel end in style? He can't.
80.
It's a careless last start from Wessel. Will he be back? He is going to come back. But that could prove costly, that dart in the 1.
93.
Wessel Neiman now. He was in charge of this match in the last leg. He was in charge of it in this leg. He's got work to do. 18 for double top. He's missed this for the match already. Is he going to miss again?
49.
He does miss again. He pulls it low. So Boris Koltsov.
Game shot in 1.
And Boris Koltsov clinches victory in his second match of the night. He fired 6 180s at Wessel Neiman. Wessel Neiman had 2 match darts but couldn't convert. And the Russians off and running tonight, courtesy of a 5-4 victory. Coming up next, we welcome back David Evans. He takes on 3-time world champion Martin Adams. 4. Out to get under. We've just witnessed Southern Wesel feast of 180. In the end. Here we welcome back. Won one game already tonight. We saw David Evans beat Boris Koltsov. The fight, despite a 107 average from the Russian in the opening game by 5 legs to 2. And we saw Martin Adams come from 4-1 down against Scott Mitchell. He survived a hatful of match starts as well.
All the best, Dave.
But he dug in deep. So Martin Adams, who's now won his 4 games last night and was the only person to inflict defeat on David Evans last night. Evans was impressive in his opening match. Adams he wasn't as fluent, but it just his grit and determination to dig in from 4-1 down. You expect to see both players challenging at the top. David Evans, whose night off is tomorrow. So he doesn't get the chance to have a crack
140.
At the 16-time world champion Phil Taylor. If you missed it, Phil Taylor joins a night of the darts tomorrow evening. We have a 6-man league tomorrow night. Phil Taylor's results don't count in the league, but a reminder that we start at an earlier time of 5:30. All streamed on dartshop.tv. A great addition to a night of the darts.
$57.
Evans here. And he held with a big finish in the first match, a 1-2-1. He was looking to hold with a ton there, but Adams is going to get a dart double 16 to break straight away.
Game in 3.
Yeah, and he finds it. And that was a good second dart from Martin Adams. He left a good marker for the double. And Martin Adams breaks the David Evans throw.
$140.
And starts this leg well. Martin Adams, as expecting, proving difficult to beat. He's won 5 of his 8 games played going into tonight. Well, 6 of his 9 games played now. He was tied at the top on 10 points with Evans, Koltsov, who were both on 10. All players are on 12 now. Koltsov has played that extra game. That is the overall standings.
55.
David Evans whitewashed Martin Adams on Monday evening with 107 average, 5 legs to nil. It was the performance of the night for Evans. And he was in impressive form on Monday. He had 103 average. And this was after a slow start as well. He had 103 average. And this was after a slow start as well. And then last night he lost out to Martin Adams, his only defeat of the night.
123.
So impressive to see Martin Adams still performing at the standard he is. And he's at it again here. Looking at the bull.
58.
Not a lot of players go for the bull in that case, but I expected Martin to there. He's one of those players, if the shot's there, he goes for it. He doesn't split doubles, he just goes for them. 25 to double his lead. Double 8.
Game in 2.
And he converts. And this, without being spectacular, Martin Adams is a steady start. He leads 2-0. 18 and 17 darts. After this game, we welcome back Scott Mitchell and Wessel Neiman. That brings us to the halfway stage. Wessel
60.
will be regrouping as we speak on the practice board. He'll be kicking himself. He mismatched darts to beat Boris Koltsov in the previous encounter, as did Scott Mitchell in the second match of the night. Chances to win 5-1, 5-2 and 5-3 against Martin Adams. Martin Adams had too much in the last leg and clinched victory.
85.
He's had a little bit too much in his early exchanges with David Evans, although he's better from Evans. He did have a 180 in his opening leg, but just missed the 2 darts on the 100 combination.
100.
And Evans down to 106. So 1040 gives Martin Adams a realistic chance in his leg.
180.
A 180 gives him a great chance in his leg. Adams from nowhere down to 76, forcing Evans to maybe hit the 106, and it's not going to go. This would be for clear daylight for the 3 times world champion. Tops for the opening 3 legs of the match.
36.
And he can't find it. That's a crucial dart, because that would have been 2 breaks a throw as well. And Evans hangs on to Martin Adams' coattails and is off and running.
$121.
Good opener from Wolfie.
$100.
Turn for Adams to back up the 1-2-1. And Evans yet to find a treble in this 4th leg. A little bit more breathing space for Martin now, over 200 points ahead. Evans grabs a treble.
$100.
This is the brand of Martin Adams' darts. Just steady, 1-2-1, turn, turn, turn. If he can get rid of the 80 here, he restores the 2-leg gap. Tops for 3-1.
40.
I can't find the tops, but we'll be back. Adams
Game in 1.
this time makes it count. And a hold a throw in 16 darts, and Martin Adams is on his way to a 2nd victory of the night, a 6th consecutive victory to back up his 4 from last night. His only victory on Monday came against the Russian Boris Koltsov.
100.
David Evans just got to be careful here. This is a vital leg. It's on his darts. And Martin Adams
140.
making real inroads again on the David Evans throw. He had a dart to break him in leg 3. Couldn't quite find it. Turn for Evans.
81.
Martin again picking off a treble with his last dart. Decent average as well, just over 95. So far, so good for Martin Adams.
$60.
And he's down to Shanghai. David Evans, you feel probably a 2 treble visit needed. Has to switch maybe now. Oh. He was in a treble anyway, so Shanghai for Adams. That's a good guy for the treble. Can't quite find it.
60.
Big shot for David Evans coming up. That's not going to go. And we haven't seen him in the low 80s averaging many times over the last few weeks. We expect Martin to punish here.
Game in 2.
He does. So Martin Adams opens clear daylight 4-1, but with 2 breaks of throw. But he will be wary. He was in the reverse situation this in his opening match and came back to win. So you'll know the game isn't over yet.
100.
Scotty Mitchell missed a hatful of match darts. 4 to be precise.
$60.
Turn for Evans. Adams looking to get the job done here. And what would be an excellent start
76.
to the evening's proceedings. He's stuttering a little slightly here, though. He opened with a ton, a 60, then a 76. But David Evans hasn't really strung much together in this match. Needs to now, and he needs to for 4 legs.
$61.
Again, not the best of scoring from Adams. So is he going to let Evans back in here? Evans isn't really, he picks off a treble, but he's not making massive inroads. He needs to apply a bit more pressure.
100.
A ton for Adams. He'll expect to get a crack at the 104, but Evans with a ton, well, a 1 treble can leave this nice. And he can't find one. So Adams incoming 104 to cap off a fine victory.
Game in 3.
And he does produce the 104 finish. What a performance for Martin Adams. David Evans had no answer. He couldn't emulate the performance of his opening match against Boris Koltsov. And he's well and truly beaten by Martin Adams. He's on 2 wins out of 2. That's 6 wins on the trot now for the 3-time world champion with a comprehensive 5-1 victory over David Evans. In our next matchup, we welcome back Wessel Neiman and Scott Mitchell. Yeah, so we're about to get underway with game 5. Scott Mitchell and Wessel Neiman looking for their first wins of the match. They've both suffered similar scorelines, 5-4. Both missing match darts as well, so something has to give here. A quick recap of what we've seen tonight. David Evans opened up the night with a 5-2 victory over Boris Koltsov. Mitchell then lost 5-4 to Martin Adams. Boris Koltsov then beat Wessel Neiman 5-4. And we've just seen
25.
Martin Adams win 5-1 against David Evans. Martin Adams has won 2 from 2.
Outside.
And he tops tonight's table. And that takes his run of 6 matches on the trot with victory.
Have a good one.
Martin Adams on a real purple patch at the minute. And these two ruin missed opportunities.
83.
And it adds pressure now because they know they probably should be on 1 win from 1, looking forward for 2 wins out of 2. But instead, one of these will, after this match, be bottom of the table with no victories. Wessel Neiman starts bright. He hit 4 180s in his match earlier.
$140.
It's Boris Koltsov, but he just couldn't get over the line. Led 3-1, led 4-3. Eventually lost 5-3.
$60.
59.
$58.
60.
Wessel Neiman started with a maximum, but 9 darts since, hasn't found a treble. Mitchell unlucky there, just drifts into the treble 1.
82.
Gave me 3.
Impressive finishing from Wessel Neiman, a 1-4-2 to open his account. He broke early in his first match.
$140.
And couldn't hammer home the advantage. Mitchell will be slightly concerned if he loses this. That'll be 6 defeats on the
100.
trot.
$58.
$84.
Can't think of many players have lost many more than 6 on the trot. Only one comes to
46.
mind, but don't really want to mention him. In case you're wondering, it was me.
100.
Mitchell here. Again, we see Wessel open up with a big score, stutters around it. He did it in the last leg, 180, then no trebles in 9. He's opened with a 140 here. And another 9 darts without a treble, but he did complete the leg with a 142 to tidy up.
57.
It's a bit patchy from Wessel so far.
$138.
There we are. That's tidies it well. Digs himself out of the hole again. He's got to complete the job.
$100.
$20.
Wessel this time has Didn't add the finishing touch. So Mitchell now to break straight back. Tops.
40.
No, he doesn't. That's been his Achilles heel tonight, Scott Mitchell. He's missed far too many doubles. Wessel to make him pay. Oh, that's wayward. Into double seven now. And he finds a double seven and ties up. Scruffy leg in the end. Wessel Neiman won't care. He leads by 2 legs to 0.
$60.
60 for Mitchell. Missed his chance to level up.
96.
$121.
Yeah, so Scotty Mitchell with a better visit. Disappointed the last start, but
58.
wants to get this leg here. He's actually lost 6 legs on the spin now. If you count the 4 from Ryan Adams, the 2 here.
$140.
It's a better leg than the 2015 world champion Scotty Mitchell. Tops the Challenge Tour Order of Merit member.
2, 3.
He's went on the Challenge Tour this year. He's played on a few of the Pro Tours. Been run close.
140.
At the top of the Challenge Tour Order Merit belt now. So he's missed a few darts at a double, but that's a good leg from Scott Mitchell. Now 2-1.
125.
$78.
Wessel
80.
started with a 1-2-5. This time does back the 2 treble visit with a treble of his own, but only 80.
100.
$48.
Chance for Mitchell here to force the initiative on the Wessel Neiman throw.
83.
He gets an 83, but you probably need a slight bit more just to. It's a good line. Expect Wessel Neiman to fill up. Yeah, he does. And that's his second maximum of the match. Seen a 1-4-2 finish from Wessel Neiman already in this match.
85.
He hit 4 180s earlier on against Boris Koltsov. A 108 finish, but it wasn't enough.
Gaming 2.
He finishes a 68 here and restores the 2-leg gap. Moments of brilliance for Wessel Neiman, but it is a bit stuttery in the middle part of legs.
40.
$140.
$60.
$180.
And another maximum for Wessel, and now he's taken charge of the match. Looking for a second break.
140.
Even at 10-40 from Scott Mitchell, he's still behind by 80 points, plus these.
105.
And Wessel Neiman's down to 76. He's looking for that second break. Scott Mitchell will know that two-breaker throw cushion
100.
doesn't guarantee you anything. He led 4-1 with 2 breaks. He's Martin Adams earlier and found himself on the receiving end of a Wolfie comeback.
Game in 3.
And he'll be hoping for the same here, or he'll be going down to his 6th defeat of the week. He's yet to get on the board in a Night of the Darts Live League this week.
Got it.
Little correction there. Scott Mitchell thought he was throwing first. That's Wessel Neiman to go first.
96.
This will close out. Brilliant victory for Wessel Neiman.
180.
Credit Scott Mitchell, he's digging in. His first maximum of this match. Still got plenty of work to do.
96.
100.
40.
Scott Mitchell is looking like pulling one leg back here.
180.
And he hits his second maximum of the leg. And he sets up a potential 11 dart leg. And he sets up a potential 11 dart leg.
135.
Wessel will come down the board to leave a finish, but Mitchell's drifted into a 20 there, I think. 21, so 5-1. Pick your route. 5 for double 8. And he makes a bit of a meal of that,
33.
Scott Mitchell. So this would hurt if Wessel Neiman could get rid of the 134. We've seen a 142 from him tonight. Could see a 134. He did the right thing, though, staying there. Just couldn't quite use the guide. So Mitchell to get his second leg on the board. So way inside. Double 2 to keep his hopes alive.
Game
He
shot,
hits the double
third
2.
dart.
And Scott Mitchell now looking to produce what happened to him in the second leg. He trailed by 4 legs to 1. He led by 4 legs to 1, I should say, in his game earnings, Martin Adams, and couldn't get over the line. And he's hoping that Wessel Neiman will suffer the same fate here.
45.
A start of 45 is far from ideal.
140.
And Wessel Neiman
100.
jumps all over it.
$140.
$140.
Mitchell stays in touch with that 140, but back-to-back turn 40s from Wessel Neiman.
100.
And a turn takes him down to 121.
$180.
And a 180 for Mitchell. This is impressive passage of play. But Neiman can get the job done here with double 14. Just the
93.
wrong side of the wire. What an effort. What a leg this has been. Mitchell now. Got to be
Game
careful.
shot in 2.
He finds the double. Impressive stuff. He's digging in deep, Scott Mitchell.
140.
Wessel Neiman won't want to make the same errors he did earlier. He's missed a match start already. He missed. It was 2 earlier on.
140.
$84.
140.
Mitchell's giving it a real good go here from 4-1 down. He's at 3 maximums in 2 legs
37.
and forcing errors from Wessel.
121.
And a potential 11 dart setup again, and Wessel Neiman is not on a finish.
100.
Turn for Wessel, but you'd argue it's not enough. Mitchell now for 11 dart leg tops.
Game shot in 2.
It is an 11 dart leg, and this is impressive from Scott Mitchell. He trailed 4-1. He's now levelled up the match and will now throw for the match.
$100.
93.
Wessel Neiman finds a treble with his last dart, but he was on the verge of winning his opening match.
60.
He was well on his way to winning this. He's had a match dart at 1-2-1, but credit Scott Mitchell. He was waiting on 36, but Wessel missed.
60.
$96.
It's even more impressive. Scott Mitchell has lost 5 games out of 5 in this week's A Night of the Darts.
96.
And 4-1 down, he's played some of his best stuff here. Leads by 7 points plus these.
60.
Only 60, so opportunity knocks at Wessel Neiman. Feeling needs a 2 treble visit though. There's one of him.
100.
Only a turn, but he's down to a finish. But Scott Mitchell still fancies chances from here.
$99.
To leave 86. And if Wessel Neiman can't find the 152, he's hit a 142, but he's not going to hit a 152. Scott Mitchell should get a dart at the bullseye. 77 scored, 75 remaining. 94 scores. He
94.
couldn't find. Leaves 58. But will he get a go? Mitchell. You just feel the way he's been playing. You half expect him to hit. Oh, and I think he's drifted into the 4. He has. And has he just undone all his good work with that dart?
30.
Scott's been fantastic from 4-1 down, but that was careless and he knows it. And Wessel Neiman is going to get 2 more match darts. Tops to clinch victory. Good marker.
Game in 3.
And he finds it, and Scott Mitchell will be kicking himself. He rallied from 4-1 down to force a deciding leg. He had the darts in that deciding leg, but he couldn't convert. And Wessel Neiman grinds out his first victory of the night by 5 legs to 4. We resume in a few minutes' time where we welcome back Martin Adams, who's on a right run of form. He's won 6 matches, 2 out of 2 tonight, and he faces the Russian Boris Koltsov. And we welcome back Sov, who Martin Adams won 2 from 2 tonight. He ran out a 5-4 winner against Scott Mitchell, and in emphatic form defeated Dave Evans 5-1. Boris Koltsov has played some good stuff tonight. He lost of 107 average in his opening match. Survived some match start against Wessel Neiman, but got the job done by 5 legs to 4. Koltsov hit Neiman with a barrage of 180s early, but
bullseye.
Wasn't. Sorry, David Evans in the opening match.
Outside.
It was Wessel Neiman, and eventually got him over the line. That included a 177 to go along with it as well.
100.
We've all been impressed with Boris Koltsov. He won the opening league phase on Monday night. Didn't quite go to plan last night, but
60.
he missed a few doubles to break the David Evans throw, which would have got him back on track in the opening game, but he couldn't convert. But he's playing well. But he's lost to Martin Adams on both occasions. Monday night and last night.
180.
Adams is at it again here.
140.
First maximum, followed by 140 from the Russian.
85.
57.
81.
Adams is down to 95. Koltsov on 146, looking for 619s, 2 trebles for double 16. 19s, 2 trebles for double 16. 79.
108.
130 scored, which leaves double 8. So Adams here. Will it be the 25? Will it be straight at the treble 19? It's a bullseye. 13 now. Double 16 for an early break. Just slips in the double 8.
79.
So unlucky there, Martin Adams, but expect Boris. He's after that same target that Martin hit. He's up for double 4. And he hits it, so Boris Koltsov holds. Despite the 180 from Martin Adams.
$140.
Yeah, Adams looking for the 7th consecutive victory.
140.
Seen Wessel Neiman in the first week win 2 consecutive daily league phases with 8 wins out of 8.
100.
And Adams looking to emulate that.
100.
100.
And down to 161. Koltsov looking to leave it a lot handier.
100.
He's identical legs here. Identical leg from both players. Turn 40 followed by back-to-back turns. Both players on 161, but it's Martin Adams who gets first crack at the 161.
43.
Doesn't make massive inroads into the 161. What can Koltsov do? Another treble 20.
7.
Left 24. He returns for 64. Biggie for Adam. Well, 118. Treble to double 19.
Game in 3.
And he finds it. Good dart to Martin Adams. And Koltsov would have been expecting to return, but he doesn't. And a holder throw.
93.
118 finish, one leg apiece.
$60.
100.
Turn for Boris. Reminder of what we still got to come. Adams and Koltsov currently tied at 1 apiece. David Evans up
100.
next against his rival Wessel Neiman. And Koltsov returns for his last match of the night. He plays Scott Mitchell. And we see Wessel Neiman versus
138.
Martin Adams. And Scott Mitchell and David Evans end the night's action. Reminder, David Evans doesn't feature tomorrow, but it's a 6-man field tomorrow night. We welcome back Jason Askew, and we welcome for the first time to a night of the darts
81.
Phil the Power Taylor, the 16-time world champion. He plays in the league tomorrow. His points don't count towards the league, but he will play each player over a best-of-7 leg format. All the other games refer back to the best-of-9, which are part of the league phase, and we do start at a slightly earlier time of 5:30. And we'll be finishing around about 1:45 to midnight, we hope. Boris Koltsov restores the lead here.
125.
140.
100.
There's good stuff from both players. Look at the averages there. Martin Adams up above 100. Koltsov, well, just creeping up over 101 now. He has really taken to this format, Boris Koltsov. He was impressive on his first night.
100.
Just be enjoying being able to play with that freedom. But, as I say that, he scores 42, but he has won on the Challenge Tour. Like I said, he's been to a quarter final in the World Cup with Russia, where they lost out to Wales in 2017.
85.
The team consists of myself and Gerwin Price.
117.
Welsh team now is Gerwin Price and the Ferret, Johnny Clayton. Quite a team.
$82.
Yeah, man, I'm just checking his score there. He missed a double. So Koltsov now to break.
46.
He can't break. Koltsov, will he return?
Game in 3.
He won't return. It's 2 legs apiece.
$59.
100.
180.
Koltsov fires in another 180.
$140.
Back comes Martin Adams.
60.
Such a great career, Martin Adams, the most capped England international. 3 World Championships, 3 World Masters.
100.
Often criticised for not coming and playing in the PDC, but his It was his choice. He didn't want to. Not for everyone, but
136.
he's proved he can cut it. He played in the Grand Slam in 2015. Clean sweeped his group, and that was a group that featured Jelle Klassen, Steve Beaton, Ian White, and then just lost out Marty to Kim Huybrecht, but played the whole tournament with a big smile on his face.
92. Yes, 92.
And still enjoys competing and competing at a high level.
46.
And he's going to get a chance to break now. Martin Adams, 69, a treble 15 or a treble 19. He's got the treble 19, double 6.
Game in
Yeah, he
2.
does break. Clinical stuff from Martin Adams. And he leads by 3 legs to 2.
You're 100.
$59.
What's Boris Koltsov got here? He's yet to beat Martin Adams this week.
100.
And Adams has shown both sides to his game this tonight. He's been a good front runner. Once he got out in front against David Evans, he never let off. Won 5 legs to 1. Trailed 4-1 to Scott Mitchell and came back to record victory.
100.
4. And again, steady stuff from Martin Adams. 3 tons.
80 score.
Cushion for Adams. Even more of a cushion now.
60.
Only 60 on that occasion. I liked a little bit more, but surely switching to the 18s now, Boris.
49.
Well, he didn't, so no finish. Adams has got 6 for a 4-2 lead.
$101.
Great setup play for Martin Adams, and he's
47.
yeah, he's take your time, Martin. 6 if you need him.
Game in 2.
Only needs 2. Adams leads 4 legs to 2.
100.
And on his way to top the table for the 2nd consecutive night, Martin Adams. 4 from 4 victories last night. He's 1 leg away from his 3rd here tonight. He still has Wessel Neiman to play.
100.
Did lose to Wessel Neiman on Monday night, but that was a spirited performance of Martin again. He trailed 4 legs to 1, clawed it back to 4-4, left 32 after 12 darts thrown, only to see Wessel Neiman take out 96 with a double 18 and double top combination.
100.
Get the impression Martin's very relaxed playing in this format.
5.
Yeah, and there's the slip. Is this where Martin Adams steps in? He'd like to clinch the match now with a breaker throw.
100.
3 tons. Boris isn't going away. 180. Gets him down to a 2-darter.
$100.
And a 4th ton in succession with Martin Adams. He's on 101 and waiting if Boris can't get the job done here.
36.
And he doesn't get the job done. Martin Adams will fancy his chances here. Only one treble. 9 for double 16. What a clinical way to clinch the match this would be. Just inside.
85.
4 tons and a 101 finish.
Game in 1.
Koltsov keeps it going. 4-3 now.
$180.
Martin Adams fires in his second max of the match. Perfect way to start a leg when you're thrown for the match. And music to Martin Adams' ears, a score of only 58 from Boris Koltsov. That gives him a real cushion.
180.
Back-to-back 180s. We've seen Boris hit back-to-backs earlier on a couple of occasions. Martin Adams, what a way to crown victory.
$100.
Only a ton on that occasion with Martin. Come on. But this is quality, and it looks like he's going to record his third victory of the match, of the night, I should say, to take him to 3 victories from 3.
$25.
Can't quite manage it on this visit, but we'll be back.
134.
Koltsov now is on a finish of his own, so Martin, just be wary.
Game in 2.
But he finds it with his second dart. An impressive performance yet again from Martin Adams. He's now won 3 out of 3 tonight. That's on the back of 4 from 4 last night. That's 7 on the spin. He tops the table after impressive victory over Boris Koltsov by 5 legs to 3. Coming up in just a couple of minutes' time, we've got Wessel Neiman and David Evans renewing their rivalry. And we're about to get underway with Game 7 of A Night of the Darts. If you're just joining us, Martin Adams is top of the table yet again. 3 victories from 3. These two have 1 win apiece. Neiman beat Mitchell. Evans beat Koltsov at the opening match of the night.
25.
These two, as I keep saying, have become quite the rivals over the last few weeks. Wessel won A Night of the Darts overall table last week. David Evans won the Icons of Darts Live League in the first week, so they both tasted victory. Wessel will be kicking himself. He's probably not on 2 wins out of 2. He had match darts against Boris Koltsov.
58.
David Evans was well beaten by Martin Adams, but was very impressive in the opening match tonight when he beat the Russian by 5 legs to 2. Like I just said, we've just seen Martin Adams win yet again by 5 legs to 3, and he's on a 7-match winning streak.
134. $99.
Both of these players over the last 2.5 weeks, whether it be in an Icon of Darts or a Night of the Darts Live League, have wired double 12 for a 9-darter. Wessel Neiman on a 1-4-4 combination. David Evans did it on Monday night, but we have seen perfection today. And that was hit by Aaron Monk on his way to winning 4 out of 4 today. He was in impressive form. And he was disappointed with the way he played yesterday, but he certainly won't be today. He's joint top of the table in Icon of Darts Live League with Paul Nicholson, who's also on 12 points from 8 games played. Diego Taylor
118.
is on 12 points, but he's played 4 more games. His day off is still to come. Andy Jenkins sits out play tomorrow. And action gets underway in the Live League Icons of Darts at 11 a.m. where Adam Huckvale takes on James Hubbard in the opening match, which is on
16.
dartshop.tv. It'll be Chris Mason taking you through the action from 11. And a reminder, A Night of the Darts returns tomorrow evening at a slightly earlier time at 5:30, and that's because we welcome the 16-time world champion Phil Taylor to the group tomorrow night. He plays in a group of 6 tomorrow night. He joins Wessel Neiman, Boris Koltsov, Scott Mitchell, Martin Adams, and Jason Askew. It's David Evans who sits out tomorrow, and Phil Taylor will play each player over a best-of-7 format. His results don't count towards the league, but the other 5 guys will resume league proceedings. Massive news coming from MODUS Darts that Phil Taylor competes tomorrow night. Wessel Neiman found the early
58.
break here. David Evans, who was impressive in his first game, but didn't perform like he can against Martin Adams, and it's not really got going here. He had chances to win the opening leg. Just needs to settle down again, David. He's been in superb form the last 2 and a bit weeks.
133.
Better from Evans, but he's way behind here. We expect Wessel
60.
to leave this handy. He wanted to leave it handier than that. Cagey start to the game. Dave Evans starting to find a bit of consistency now. Back-to-back tons, working his way into this match. Both these players really haven't got started yet, particularly Evans. His average down in the low 70s,
100.
which won't stay there, that's for sure. So Neiman will return to double his lead. He can still top the table tonight. If he could beat David Evans here and beat Martin Adams, that'll put him on 3 wins out of 4. Plenty of work to do just yet, but he's doing pretty well here. 2 legs up. Not spectacular, but comfortable. And Evans getting frustrated. And this is probably, it's only a game and a bit, but the worst pasture play he's had.
58. $43.
Evans needs to find some consistency around the treble here. He needs a leg on the board. It's vital he holds through here. He was well beaten early by Martin Adams by 5 legs to 1.
81.
He won't want to suffer defeat from a heavy scoreline again.
$59.
You'd expect Evans to get home in this leg from here. Lead of 61 plus these. Yeah, and he rounds off nicely. Better from Evans. Still not where he wants to be, but this is better. That's for a 17 dart leg if he can take
60.
the ton. And he does take it in 2. And that's signs of David Evans returning to form. Gone missing a bit for a few legs, including the back leg of the Martin Adams game and the start here. But he's off and running here with a 100 finish and a 17 dart hold.
43. $60.
Slow start for Wessel in this leg. Both players are edgy here. Both players have thrown 6 darts. I've scored 103, 60 and 43.
98.
Each player, first treble incoming for Wessel, but this is not what we're used to seeing from these two. They always provide us a quality, but still nevertheless intriguing. 2 legs to 1 to Wessel Neiman.
80.
And he's playing players producing anywhere near their best. Evans wayward on the 18 there. And getting frustrated here, David Evans. And it's hard not to get frustrated because he knows he can play better. He's well below par here.
60.
It's just one of those games you feel. Something just to spark it to life. There's a 10 for Evans. Both players on a finish. Wessel first, though, at the 160.
$85.
Evans, we're saying needs a spark to life, and that could have been it there. The 161 just misses the ball. What's Wessel got here? And he converts with 2 darts. Scrappy stuff. 20 dart holder throw for Wessel Neiman. He does not care. He leads by 3 legs to 1. Evans in a width of a wide of a 161 finish. But just can't get anything to get going in this match. Look at the players' averages. So unlike them. 76 and 77. Both players close to 78 now for Evans, but it's just not what we expect. And
47.
yeah, once one player fires in a decent leg, the other one will feed off. But at the minute, Wessel Neiman, whilst won't be satisfied with how he's playing, will be satisfied with the scoreline. He needs 3-1. Victory here keeps his hopes alive of topping the table tonight. If he can win by a good margin, it would help, because Martin Adams, who is top, has won 5-4, 5-3, but importantly 5-1 against Evans. That gives him 15 legs. He's conceded 8. So a leg average of +7,
58.
fairly decent. Wessel was 0 for this game. He's now +2. He leads 3-1, but he's got to win the match as well. He needs the points.
$60.
Looking like he's going to win this leg. $97 scored. Evans down to 89. And a 19 darts was 16, a 17, a 20. Oh, below par, but Evans now will close the gap surely to 3-2. Bullseye for 3-2. Can't find it. He missed the bullseye in the last leg for 161. He's missed it again here. This would be from absolutely nowhere if Wessel Neiman could use a 156. On this occasion, hits a 140. Big darts come for David Evans now, because he's lacking a bit of conviction in this game. As is Wessel Neiman, but he just has the edge. That's good stuff from David Evans. He replies back. Two now.
137.
Big score to start the leg. What's Evans got? Evans finds a 180. First one of the match. First time anyone's even threatened, really.
180.
And wouldn't you know it? Back to back. I did say they'd start feeding off each other. Now they finally starting to do that. Wessel, 120 scored. Look at the treble 16.
128.
Or treble 8. Good stuff from Wessel Neiman. Potential 11 darter from nowhere. Incoming. And just when David Evans started to threaten, Wessel Neiman's put his foot on the gas. He's on a finish as well. By far the best leg of the match. Wessel Neiman, 16. Or 20 for double 18. Good marker.
Gave me 3.
Yeah, and he finds a 12 dart leg. Best leg of the match by a mile. And he is 1 leg away. 4-2. Wessel Neiman leads.
$59.
David Evans finds his second maximum.
$58.
And it's looking likely he's going to force Wessel to throw out this match. Evans potentially setting up a 10 dart leg here with another treble 20. Sorry. Yeah, he looked at the he looked at the treble 30.
93.
He finds it, so he fires in a 12 dart. And as I said, once one player started getting going, the other one would follow. And this is the best spell of the match. Wessel here, throwing for the
1, 2,
match.
3.
Starts with a 1, 2, 3. Be happy with that. Evans finally find his range on the treble. Is it too late though?
$59.
Evans just creeps in front in this leg. Wessel needs a treble.
58.
Can't find one. Is this the opportunity? Wessel Neiman could head into a third last leg decider of the night. He was unsuccessful against Boris, but successful against Scott Mitchell. Certainly Scott Mitchell comes in, coming up next
100.
against both of against Boris Koltsov. Wessel to 161, but a 140 here from Evans. Even a 180 now. He finds the 140. Good stuff from Evans because he was having a bit of a shocker early on in this game. He's worked his way into the game well.
90.
Wessel leaves a 2-darter. Evans may look at treble 19. Single now for double 16. Double 16 to force a last leg decider. And he does find it. Good shot from David Evans. A 108 finish to back up the 12-darter. He breaks and now has the darts in the deciding leg. And these two players have really upped it in the last 4 legs or so. A real poor start. We're finally seeing the real David Evans.
One, 3, 7.
3-7 for Wessel.
$58.
Not enough, you feel, on that occasion for Wessel Neiman. Evans now will stay on the trebles. On the 20s, sorry. Wessel will start at the bottom of the board, but that's give him an opportunity. Switching back up because that treble 19 didn't leave much to look at.
57.
Sometimes it stayed down there. Evans here takes himself down to 126. Wessel, you feel, needs a 140. It's a must. Switches down the board. Can he find it? He finds a 134. Evans first at the finish at 126. Ain't gonna go. Treble 20 for double 18 to close out victory. And Wessel Neiman, after leading and throwing for the match, David Evans 5 back with a 108. But he has too much for David Evans. He wins 5-4. The third occasion, Neiman goes to a last leg shootout tonight, and he will contest against Martin Adams for top spot later on. But coming up next, we've got Boris Koltsov and Scott Mitchell. Yeah, and we're just about to get underway with Boris Koltsov taking on Scott Mitchell. No luck so far for Scott Mitchell tonight. He has lost both his games. He lost against Martin Adams after leading by 4 legs to 1, 5-4, and he was then on the reverse of a 5-4 again against Wessel Neiman, but he had a real good patch from 4-1 down then. It looked like Scott Mitchell was going to get over the line, but he didn't. Boris Koltsov has won 1 from 2.
Ready.
1 from 3, I should say. He lost to David Evans the opening match. He then lost to Martin Adams, like everyone has so far tonight, apart from Wessel, but did defeat Wessel Neiman. So Koltsov ending his campaign here against Scott Mitchell, and then still to come, Wessel versus Martin, and then Scott Mitchell returns in the last match of the evening to take on David Evans. Worth reminding you as well, perfection was achieved this afternoon in the Icon of Darts Live League. Icon of Darts Live League by Aaron Monk. On the way to dominating the afternoon's proceedings.
Bullseye.
Oh, that's good.
Scott Mitchell, when the bullseye will get us off and running.
All the best, Boris.
Looking for his first win in this week's A Night of the Darts. Lost all 4 games last night, but played pretty well. Been a bit unfortunate tonight, but lost both
30.
5-4.
Four.
$85.
$59.
Koltsov, who started tonight at top of the overall table. He was on 10 points. Victory here would take him to 14 points.
180.
Martin Adams, who was in the chasing pack, is on 16 points. He's got a game left tonight. David Evans was on 10 points. He's won 1 game. He's got another game against Scott Mitchell to come. Jason Askew's on his night off, is on 6 points. He returns tomorrow. Scotty Mitchell yet to get off and running, but
140.
played some pretty good stuff at times last night. They had a 91 average, an 89 average, 96
81.
average, and a 92 average. And can be perhaps really unlucky not to get out. There was something last night. He lost to Boris Koltsov in the last match of last night's session, 5 legs to 4. Koltsov averaging 100 on that occasion.
46.
We've seen him average 107 tonight, but that wasn't enough to get by David Evans in the opening match of the night.
142.
And Boris Koltsov has just missed bullseye for a 167, so Mitchell to get this opening leg on the board, and he's not going to.
16.
Missed doubles have played Scott Mitchell tonight. He had missed match darts against Martin Adams, but he missed a few doubles early on in that match, and it's proved costly here in the opening leg. Koltsov breaks. And
123.
leads by a leg to nil.
$100.
A reminder, we're up and running a little bit earlier tomorrow at 5:30 on dartshop.tv for A Night of the Darts tomorrow, and we're kicking off with a gentleman throwing now, Scott Mitchell, and he's the first one to have a crack at Phil
100.
Taylor. Reminder, Phil Taylor joins the league tomorrow night, so we've got 6 players. Scott Mitchell, Phil Taylor, Wessel Neiman, Martin Adams, Jason Askew, and Boris Koltsov. But Phil Taylor plays best of 7 matches, remember, and his points don't count towards the lead. But slightly earlier start time and will be a slightly later finish time. 15 matches to come tomorrow night. So make sure you tune in to dartshop.tv to see all the action.
40 score.
$65.
After pinching the first leg, Koltsov looking to double his lead.
Yeah, shot 2 darts.
And he does double his lead. This is good stuff, again, from the Russian. He's been impressive this week. And I think he wins this. Like I said, he goes on to 14 points. He'd have been pretty satisfied with that at the start of the week.
60.
59.
121.
1-2-1 there for Scott Mitchell. Just get a leg on the board.
140.
Hasn't really recovered from suffering that early defeat to Mount Anne's when he led 4-1. But at the same time, there's been glimpses. Against Wessel Neiman, he trailed 4-1 and he dominated the next 3 legs. And it looked like he was going to take the last leg. And he, on an 86 combination, he went for the big 18, hit a 4 and just made it so awkward. But
58.
6 defeats on the trot. And it is hard to take positives, but Scott Mitchell has played okay. Needs to tighten up on the doubles and the odd score here and there.
100.
128.
And Mitchell will be wary that his throw's under pressure again if he doesn't get rid of this 120. Just steadying himself for the last dart.
54.
Just having a little think. Drifted in the treble 5. He's just trying to compose. Boris now for a 3-leg lead.
76.
Can't find the tops. But pressure now for Mitchell. 66. There's the treble 10. This is what's causing the problem, the doubles.
Game shot in 2.
Not on this occasion. Good leg from Scott Mitchell, and he's off and running in his 3rd match of the night.
140.
140.
Both players start with a 140 here.
139.
100.
See Boris again, his average up above the 100 mark.
40 score.
But that doesn't help him there. Scott Mitchell needs to punish here, and he's got 1 treble. Probably,
100.
yeah, he could have done with another one.
$97.
Mitchell down to 64. Will he get a go? Boris now tops.
77.
Cannot find the tops. So Mitchell to reply to Boris Koltov's opening 2 legs with 2 of his own and level up the match?
Game shot in
And
3.
he finds it. Good finish from Scott Mitchell, 15 dart leg. A lot better from the 2015 world champion. I think one of the sessions last week, Scott Mitchell, every game went to 5-4. He could be doing it again tonight. 2 5-4s already, and he's currently locked at 2-all here with Boris Koltov.
140.
$93.
So is this going to be the match where Scott Mitchell finally registers some points on the board here in the 3rd night of
122.
this week's A Night at the Darts?
$41.
$59.
Here we see again Scott Mitchell's average up towards 96. He's playing well again, as he did most of last night.
47.
Boris has gone off the ball ever so slightly now. So Mitchell, plenty of time.
60.
He'll be back for the 120. Koltsov, 180 to leave a finish needed. Only a 10.
$60.
Mitchell with back-to-back 60s, but his 9 darts out of treble. He's lucky that Koltsov hasn't really hit anything,
140.
but he has on this occasion. So Mitchell from nowhere's under a little bit of pressure here.
Game shot in 2.
But he responds, and Scott Mitchell now with 3 legs of his own on the trot to lead 3-2.
One.
140 for Boris Koltsov to get us underway. Got a bit of an issue with Scott Mitchell's board here.
60.
Yeah, and we're just going to get that situation addressed. But just to remind you, it's Scott Mitchell. Scott Mitchell leads by 3 legs to 2. Boris Koltov kicks off this leg with a 140. Wessel Neiman and Martin Adams coming up next. Then Mitchell and Evans. But the big story aside from that tonight is that 16-time world champion Phil Taylor. Phil Taylor joins us at A Night at the Darts tomorrow night. He plays in what will be a 6-man league tomorrow. He joins Koltsov, Mitchell, Adams, Wessel, and Jason Askew returns. Phil Taylor's games, best of 7 legs. And the other games, best of 9, revert to the league format. But we start at the earlier time at 5:30. 5:30. But we'll back underway. They have addressed the issue with Scott Mitchell. Back up and running in just a moment's time. But he leads by 3 legs to 2 here. He started off with 60 in this leg. Boris Koltov started off with a 140. Confirmation of what results we've seen already here tonight. Evans won 5-2. Mitchell lost 5-4 to Adams. Koltov then won 5-4 against Wessel Neiman. Martin Adams are winning again, beating David Evans 5-1. Scott Mitchell again on the receiving end of a 9-leg game, losing 5-4 to Wessel Neiman. Martin Adams beat Boris Koltov 5-3. Wessel Neiman beat David Evans 5-4. And we're currently 3-2 Scott Mitchell here. And those results, those 3 wins for Martin Adams, means that he tops the table as it stands. Wessel Neiman can still catch him, and those 2 play in the penultimate match of the night. Martin Adams does have the better leg difference. And now we are resuming. Technical issue sorted. Boris Koltov back at the hockey. On throw here, 3-2 Mitchell. Koltsov's darts. And before updates
85.
featuring a night at the darts and the Icons of Darts live leagues. Give MODUS Darts 180 a follow, and also live darts. They're updating results throughout the tournaments. So give them both a follow on Twitter for the regular updates.
$140.
Martin Adams, if he does beat Wessel Neiman, he'll be on 8 wins out of 8, and he'll be certainly relishing the challenge of playing Bill Taylor tomorrow evening.
107.
Koltsov has a dart at the ball there.
$100.
Game shot in 2.
And Mitchell, Koltsov, I should say, levels up at 3 legs apiece. Good leg. Koltsov, and a good game here. Both averages above 90. Koltsov close to 95. Mitchell close to 92.
81.
$60.
Koltsov in his first match of the Icons of Darts Live League this week. Started in impressive style.
85.
Defeating Jason Askew by 5 legs to 1 with 105 average. We've seen him lose with 107 average already here tonight against David
140.
Evans. And he strikes the first 2 treble visit of leg 7.
121.
Back comes Mitchell. I'm going to credit Mitchell. When you're on a losing run, it's easy just to get frustrated. If
93.
he just stays steady and he's digging in, he's been unlucky.
$140.
$58.
Koltsov on 208, Mitchell on
Game shot in
74.
2.
Slight issue again here.
100.
Locked.
$96.
4-3 to Scott Mitchell.
$81.
Koltsov started leg 8 with a turn in 81.
$125.
Mitchell will be looking to avoid the drama of a last leg shootout here for the 3rd consecutive time tonight. He's been on the wrong end of both.
180.
Needs a victory here. Koltsov fires in yet another 180.
$85.
It looks like we're heading to yet another last leg shootout involving Scott Mitchell.
58.
But he can apply pressure here. Mitchell, stay down there now. A treble and a single just to round off, or 2 ideal.
95.
And he finds 1, leaves a ton, so Koltsov will be wary.
Game shot in 2.
But he takes the 82 in 2 darts. We have a deciding leg yet again involving Scott Mitchell. He has the darts. He had the darts against Wessel Neiman and couldn't convert.
43.
97.
He started a bit sluggish here, Scott. This is better.
140.
140 for Mitchell. Just cancels out slightly that error of
Six.
43 to start the leg.
$140.
And Mitchell now forcing Koltsov hit a maximum just to leave a finish. Only a ton. Mitchell now 178, 6 darts at it, 60 scored, 61 I think scored.
81.
81, that leaves 97. What's Koltsov got? A 140 gets him in the mix. That's no good to him. 5 with his first dart.
119.
But he does cover well. Good switching from the Russian. Will he get a go? Mitchell on 97 for his first victory in this week's A Night of the Darts.
Game shot in 3.
And he finds the double, and finally Scott Mitchell gets a win on the board at his 7th attempt in this week's A Night of the Darts. He wins by 5 legs to 4, and he returns in the last match of the evening to face David Evans. But coming up next, the table topper Martin Adams against Wessel Neiman. And penultimate match of the night to get underway, and it's Martin Adams who's undefeated tonight. He won the league with 4 wins out of 4 tonight. He's currently won 3 out of 3. But Wessel Neiman's won 2 out of 3, and if he can inflict defeat on Martin Adams here, he could have a chance. But Martin Adams does have the better leg difference.
25.
Martin Adams on a great run of form at the minute.
25.
Like I said, he won 4 matches last night. He's won 4 tonight.
Outside.
Wessel Neiman, who won 2 out of 3 but mismatched darts in the game.
25.
He lost, so it could have been better for Wessel, but he's to kick us off here.
All of those markers.
All the best, Wessel.
$85.
Wessel Neiman getting us underway. With 85.
100.
$96.
Adams looking to extend that winning run.
180.
That's a good way to have a go. He's first maximum in this leg. He's been in solid form, Martin Adams. He rode his luck against Scott
55.
Mitchell earlier. But apart from that, he's been pretty ruthless. He dispatched the David Evans of ease, 5 legs to 1. Defeated Boris Koltsov,
83.
5 legs to 3.
$95.
$42.
Wessel Neiman throw is under pressure slightly here already.
58.
Going in 3.
And Martin Adams breaks here. And is on his way. He was defeated by Wessel Neiman on Monday night, though, in a last leg decider, and it was a thriller to get us underway. Martin trailed by 4 legs to 1.
100.
Forced a decider and was waiting on a double when Wessel took out 96.
96.
$60.
$58.
Wessel Neiman is chasing this game, and he needs to win by a big scoreline here.
100.
5 legs to 1 or 5-0 will be enough for Wessel Neiman to clinch top spot tonight. 5-2, anything else not enough.
97.
Just double checking, but it's looking like Martin Adams is 1 leg away from clinching top spot again.
100.
Wessel Neiman came into this match with 14 legs won and 14 legs lost, so a 0 leg difference. Martin Adams had won 15 legs,
57.
exceeded 8, so he had a far superior leg difference. Adams led the overall league table,
86.
and he will lead overnight. That's guaranteed.
58.
Wessel Neiman started tonight on 4 points. If he can win this, he'll go up to 10. Adams started tonight
Game in
on
2.
10. And he's quick fire into a 2-leg lead here. Martin Adams started the night, I should say, on 10 points. He was now on 16, looking to go to 18 points. Koltsov
100.
started on 10. He only picked up 2 points, so he's on 12 points. David Evans has picked up 2 points. He's on 12 points. He can get to 14 points with victory over Scott Mitchell in the last match.
43.
Martin Adams could have a considerable cushion overnight here. He still hasn't had his day off. Wessel Neiman's had his. Scott Mitchell's had his. Jason Askew has his tonight.
137.
$41.
2 poor back-to-back visits in leg 3 for Martin Adams. A bit of breathing space for Wessel here.
180.
Should close the gaps within 1 and in all likelihood will now. Potential 11 data incoming.
$43.
84 and Adams just a leg to forget here. 374.
60.
Man, I'll just keep chipping away. Just a little bit of practice you feel in this leg now. He's ain't gonna claw his way back in this one. Trails by just the 350 points.
96.
So Wessel now.
Game in 2.
And gets the leg on the board. Impressive 14 dart leg from Neiman to half the deficit. Martin Adams
140.
will finish the league phase top tonight. The best Wessel Neiman can hope for is a +3 leg difference if he wins the remaining 4 legs. And that would bring
57.
Martin Adams' leg difference down to +4. So he's home and hosed in terms of the league table tonight. Back-to-back league wins to Martin Adams is assured. But he'll want to do it in style. He'll want to
140.
crown it in victory. And he is well on his way. He's been in impressive form over the last 24, 48 hours.
97.
Showing why. He's a former 3-time world champion and world master.
$100.
96.
Adams in a position of comfort again here.
22.
Oh, not so much now. Yeah, from 21, 1-2-1, a score of 22, far from ideal,
43.
but
83.
man, Adams leaves 88. He was just checking his score with the last dart, but Wessel Neiman well back here.
180.
Not so much now. Will it force an error for Martin?
Game in 2.
No is the answer, and the 2-leg gap restored. Adams leads 3-1, 2 legs away. From a clean
180.
sweep. 180 for Wessel. Back to back, one at the back end of the other leg, which is irrelevant. But this one,
95.
$180.
3 maximums on the trot now for Wessel Neiman. We've seen 6 darts into a 9 darter twice tonight. Seen Boris, we've seen Martin Adams. Now Wessel's turn. He has
48.
missed double 12. No, I'm not going to go. So
105.
Aaron Monk likely to hang on to the bragging rights for today.
$140.
At 140 brings Martin down to 218, but
Game in 2.
Lehman's 2 winning legs have been in 11 and 12, but he still trails. Martin Adams has that crucial break that he got in the opening leg, and he holds on to it. Throws for a 4-2 lead.
45.
134.
Wessel Neiman now has made a move on the Martin Adams throw.
$43.
And he has control of the leg now. Big visit incoming.
180.
Wessel Neiman's hit a real purple patch of form here. He can't top the lead tonight, but in terms of the overall standing, this could be a crucial victory. So
44.
if you can clinch 3 from 4, it's going to be a satisfactory night's work for Wessel.
137.
Potential 10 darter incoming. Let's see him go for the bull here.
140.
Game in
Does it?
2.
Declines. Percentage shot. Impressive though from Wessel Neiman. His average creeps up to 101 now. His 3 winning legs have used 34 darts, 12 and 2 11s.
140.
And we've seen a passenger play where he hit 3 180s on the trot. One at the back end of leg 5, 2 to open leg 6.
100.
And from 3-1 down, he's really turned the screw here, Wessel Neiman.
58.
In that passenger play, he's hit 4 180s, 2 11 darters.
100.
95.
Martin Adams will keep chipping away as he's done all through the tournament the last 10 days or so. He's doing it again here.
140.
And he's first to a finish. So after that, the barrage of the last couple of legs, first to a finish. So after that, the barrage of the last couple of legs from Wessel Neiman, Martin Adams managed to regroup in the 7th leg here. And if he can break
59.
again, he throws for the match. And a second consecutive clean sweep at a night for the dart. A night at the darts, I should say.
100.
Yes, he's down to 61. 3 tons at a ton 40. Adams threatening to break again. Unless Wessel can convert the 149, he just misses a double 16. That would have hurt Adams. Will Adams start on the ball, 25, or the treble 15? It's treble 15, so 14 now. Double 16 to take the lead again.
Game in 3.
And he finds it. 15 dart breaker throw for Martin Adams. He's now 1 leg away and he has the darts. 14 points behind on the average. Irrelevant. It's Martin Adams who's favourite for the match.
100.
An open of score of 100 helps.
59.
59 for Wessel.
41.
Adams lets him off the hook there with a 41. Wessel's still not
60.
finding a treble. He doesn't find one there. Adams wayward again here. Too far the other side now. He
28.
can't rescue with the last dart. So this is cagey for Martin after such a solid leg to break.
100.
Even now has a lead of 50. If he can break back here, he'll throw in the decider.
60.
Wessel Neiman has gone to a deciding leg in each of the 3 matches he's played tonight. And he'll be hoping it happens again here if he has any chance
134.
of getting his 3rd victory of the night. He's first to a finish. Adams, after a turn start, only managed to score 129 with his next 9 darts.
140.
That's better. And the 1-3-2 finish, if he gets a go,
100.
only needs 1 treble to have a go at the bull, providing you hit the 25 segment or. And he's going to get a match start here.
107.
Just the wrong side. Great effort from Martin Adams, but Neiman now to send us to the side of 88.
Gaming 2.
And he does send us to the deciding leg. And this time, Wessel Neiman has the darts. Can he make it count? He's used every leg possible tonight. His previous 3 matches going the distance. He was unsuccessful against Boris, but came out on top against
58.
David Evans and Scott Mitchell. And I'd be hoping to do the same here to record 3 wins out of 4, which would tie him at the top of the league of tonight with Martin Adams, but Martin Adams clinches it on leg difference.
140.
Martin Adams ain't done.
$58.
100.
Martin Adams will be looking to produce the leg he produced in the 7th. Turn 40, turn, and
99.
then he just got rid of the leg. It was impressive stuff. And he's going the right way about it here. Drift there, but another treble. Tidies it up. He
121.
does find one. This is good for Martin Adams. 9 darts thrown, he's down to 140.
180.
And Neiman with a 180 to bring him right back in the leg. Good stuff from both these players. But Adams, double 10.
Gaming 3.
And Martin Adams again with a 140 outshot. He wins 4 from 4 for the second night on the spin. He's now won 8 games on the trot. He seems to be just getting better and better. He tops the table and he leads the overall league now by 6 points. Martin Adams on great form again. And we go into our last match of the evening with David Evans and Scott Mitchell looking for their second victory of the night. And we've now come to our last match of the evening. Scott Mitchell, who finally got off and running in this week's A Night of the Darts, beating Boris Koltsov in his last match. He faces David Evans. He beat Boris Koltsov in the opening match of the night, but hasn't really managed to emulate that form since. He lost 5-1 to Martin Adams, who again has won 4 from 4 tonight. He's in great form.
25.
And then he lost out in a last leg shootout to Wessel Neiman. Wessel took out 115. David Evans looking to end the night with victory. Scott Mitchell looking to end it with back-to-back victories. Mitchell's 3 matches have gone to a last leg shootout. Wessel Neiman played every leg possible tonight. Scott Mitchell's already done that last week. He'll be keen to close out with victory here, to take that form in to tomorrow night, where Scott Mitchell opens up
41.
A Night at the Darts, which starts at 5:30 tomorrow, because we welcome the 16-time world champion Phil Taylor into tomorrow night's action. 6 players playing some more games tomorrow. Phil Taylor's games don't count towards the league. A firm test for all players involved tomorrow night. And unfortunately, David Evans, who misses out on the opportunity to play Phil tomorrow. It's his night off. We welcome back Jason Askew.
100.
Incredible stuff from Martin Adams. 8 wins from his last 8 matches.
50.
He tops the table. He's got a bit of daylight as well. He started tonight's proceedings on 10 points. He goes up to 18 points. David Evans and Boris Koltsov are currently on 12. Evans can get within 4 of him if he wins here, but it's still a good cushion for Martin. Wessel Neiman is on 8 points, but Wessel Neiman's got games in hand. He's had his night off, so he's still got a chance to catch up. But Martin Adams is leading the way. He won one from 4 on Monday night, and then has proceeded to win 8 games on the trot. Did it in style there. A 140 finish to beat Wessel Neiman.
145.
We almost opened with a 170 here from Scott Mitchell, but it's David Evans who gets the breaker throw. The 13 dart break.
$60. 95.
And Scott Mitchell, very unlucky really in his first match of the night. He led 4-1 against Martin Adams. Missed 4 match darts to get the job done. It could have been also different for Scott Mitchell tonight, but he's played some good stuff. He's lost all his games last night. Dug in really deep against Boris Koltsov. He's up and running. He'll hope to get another victory here to get 4 points. Up 2 wins from 4 tonight. He'd take that after losing in the opening 2, but he trails here.
$83.
Sons of Darts Live League kicks off at 11 a.m. tomorrow with Chris Mason. That welcomes back Paul Nicholson, along with Adam Huckvale, James Hubbard, Aaron Monk, the 9-dart hero, and Diogo Portela. Andy Jenks has a well-earned day off. Mitchell
54,
again.
64.
Misses the bullseye. He missed the ball for a
76.
170. He's just missed the ball for a 1-2-3. Evans punished in the first leg. Can he do it again here? Tops for 2-leg lead. No, he can't do. So Scott Mitchell to break straight back. Double 16.
Game shot in 2.
And he finds the double 16 with his last dart. Scott Mitchell off and running in this match. 1 leg apiece. Is Scott Mitchell going to follow the trend of all his other matches tonight and go to a deciding leg? He'll hope not. The job done. Get himself ready.
140.
And tomorrow night he gets first crack at Phil Taylor. Evans comes back with a 140 of his own against Scott Mitchell's 140.
83.
Mitchell drifted into the treble 1.
$60.
Evans needs 2 trebles now to leave a finish. He can't find. He finds one with the last dart. Close. This leg again. Start the match with back-to-back breaks of throw. Evans will be hoping for the third.
94.
Mitchell finds a treble 18 to leave 1-2-4. So Mitchell's already missed Bull for the 170, Bull for the 1-2-3. Will he get a dart at the bullseye here, or even better? Well, no, he's not going to get a dart at anything. Big 5 ends that. 62 score to leave 62. Look at treble 10 with his last dart.
62, 72.
He went for the treble 18, so he leaves
80.
44. David Evans. 1-4-4, not going to go, so. Mitchell for the first hold, double 16.
Game shot in 2.
And he finds it with his second dart. Mitchell finishing a bit better now. That was his Achilles heel. Beginning of the evening. Cost him against Martin Adams.
$100.
Back-to-back 1040s for Evans. Quick recap of what we've seen tonight. Evans opened with
100.
a 5-2 win. Adams beat Mitchell 5-4. Koltsov defeating Wessel Neiman 5-4. Adams then victorious 5-1 against Evans. Wessel Neiman beat Scott Mitchell 5-4. Adams again winning, beating Boris Koltsov 5-4. Wessel Neiman beat Evans 5-4. Scott Mitchell beat Koltsov 5-4.
100.
Martin Adams crowning off a cracking night. In the previous matchup, we've seen his Wessel Neiman winning 5-4 with a 140 finish. We're currently seeing Scott Mitchell lead David Evans by 2 legs to 1 in our final match.
$105.
But it's Evans who levels up. Impressive leg, 13 darts. Both his legs have been winning 13 darts. He broke in the opener and he holds in the fourth, 2 legs apiece.
43.
Evans starts with a 1040, so a chance to attack the Scott Mitchell throw here. He's up in the ante here. His average is up to 100 now. 12 points clear of Scotty Dog.
93. $85.
Evans should be first to a finish from here. Switching to the 18s. Another treble 20 would leave 164. Yeah, and he finds it. David Evans is first to a finish. Seen one break apiece for each player, one holder throw, 2 legs apiece. But Evans now has a chance to lead again.
100.
Yeah, and he's got 6 darts at it. Stay up there and try and score 140 now. Oh, he switches and... Yeah, poor visit from David Evans. Expect Mitchell to leave this handy. A 1040 really puts the pressure on Evans.
60.
Evans can't find the same shot for Mitchell. Unless he elects to go 20 bull. A different route, but
43.
Evans to retake the lead. He did lead 1-0. Double 5. And that's always the risk when you chase up to double 5. But Scott Mitchell has left this a lot awkward than he should have, courtesy of that slip into the treble 1 with his last start.
Game shot in 2.
And he punishes Evans. He tidies up well, Scott Mitchell, and he retakes the lead, 3 legs to 2. Evans will be kicking himself, letting that break opportunity go.
$100.
Evans looking to refocus. He's let an opportunity pass him by not winning that leg.
100.
And after looking all likely he'd get broken in the last leg, Scott Mitchell, can he force a break of his own here?
95.
One treble visit so far. A turn and 95 gives him a slender lead of 39. But Evans isn't finding a treble. Does with the last dart. This game looking like it's got a last leg decider written all over it.
60.
We've had 6 5-4s already tonight. 9 games played. This would make it 7 for 10. Been a great standard. All players played some real good stuff tonight. Martin Adams, the standout performer yet again. Scott Mitchell just having a think where to go with his second die. Might as well stay down there.
96.
Does. So he's waiting if David Evans misses double 18. And he doesn't. 3 legs apiece.
81.
Evans again starting with a 140 on Scott Mitchell throw.
$100.
Evans opens up a slight lead again. Mitchell failing to land the treble
60.
here. Opportunity again for Evans here. Depends what he does from on this visit, and it's a good visit from Evans. He's down to 121.
$60.
So Evans has now got 6. He should break from here. 36. Yes, good finish from Evans. He breaks and he hits double 18, which he hit in the previous leg, and now throws for the match. And starts with a maximum, his first of the match. Evans well on his way here to his second victory of the evening.
100.
Just follows it up with a 60. But Evans started the night with victory. Can he end the session with victory? He opened up his account with a 1-2-1 against Boris Koltsov. We've just seen him hit a 1-2-1 to gain advantage in this match. We're failing to find a treble on the back of the 180, giving Scott Mitchell hope here.
$100.
Evans looking at back-to-back
60.
ton plus finishes here to crown victory. We've seen him hit a 1-2-1. Is the 104 going to help him finish in style? But he leaves 24. So it's forcing Mitchell to hit a 1-4-1 to stay alive and go to a last leg decider for the 4th time tonight. But it's not. So Evans
55.
gets a chance to wrap up the night with his second victory. Opened the night with a victory in our first game. And he goes inside. And if Mitchell doesn't hit the 86, David Evans got a decision to make. As double 3. Not the nicest double on the ball, but never option 2 for double 2 or 4 for double 1. Ain't the best either, but can Mitchell force it?
47.
Oh, well away from the ball. So Evans gets more match darts here to cap off what's been a good performance. Electing to go straight for the double 3. And missing the double 3. But he finds it with his last dart. David Evans caps off his evening with his second victory from 4 matches over Scott Mitchell. Martin Adams won 4 from 4. He tops the table yet again to back up his 4 from 4 last night. History made in the Icons of Darts Live League this afternoon. Aaron Monk with a 9-dart finish on his way to winning 4 from 4. He topped the group. But the big news is that Phil the Power Taylor, 16-time world champions, will join a Night of the Darts tomorrow night. And he gets us up and running against Scott Mitchell from the earlier time of 5:30. But join us then. But first is the Icons of Darts Live League at 11 a.m. in the morning. Join us then on dartshop.tv.